สวัสดีครับยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่ฮงไกสตาร์เรลนะครับพาร์ทต่อมาจากพาร์ทที่แล้วเลยอัดต่อกันเลยครับจะได้ไม่เสียเวลาทะเลบุปผาเอ๋ยจงเมตตาเพียงเทพแห่งความตายฮะเราต้องเดินไปกับธานาทอสชีวิตก็เศร้าเหมือนกันนะเพราะเป็นแบบเรื่องราวเศร้าๆแล้วก็ทำเอาเหนื่อยเหมือนกันเดินเร็วก็ไม่ได้ด้วย
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another. We walked different paths.
I had hoped. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste.
ก็คือ
As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
the meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land. Because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remain. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death. Life and death weigh equally heavy.
You, too. We've taken quite a ridiculous journey together. I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written. And let us draw. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries. I always hoped I would see you among them.
ที่จะกลัวการได้เจอกับพี่
I was also more than any.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. So, let's give our core flame to her and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers. What do you think?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and
ชอบ
through
จะร่วม
that,
โดยผู้วายชนจะมอง
the dead will sprout again from the remains. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only our fated moment has arrived. One. Yes. Just but unlike that time. The one Yes. As dictated by fate. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death. And light, you've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first like a raven butterfly. Flying swift.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sow.
Just one last thing. Can you?
Of course.
Please. Don't.
I promise you. When we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms.
Casterus, you're as beautiful.
เศร้าจังเลยสองพี่น้อง
I I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
เศร้าเนอะเนื้อเรื่องในขณะเดียวกันที่ออเคมา
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, when this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the...
No need to ask so many times. Of course.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of...
I simply find them too noisy.
Such harsh words. As I see it...
I couldn't agree more.
Oh.
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better...
And they say men whose ends are nigh have... Well, that is exactly why I...
Should I thank you for the...
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer.
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias, as they're destined, unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours. You and Calypso, as well as Nicodor and Naias, for all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive... That is, until I met a girl named Polixia. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the... If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be...
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure?
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. Besides, I, an Exagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one...
โอเคครับจบไปอีกพาร์ทหนึ่งละเป็นพาร์ทที่จริงๆก็ค่อนข้างที่เศร้านิดนึงเนาะโอ้เนื้อเรื่องช่วงหลังๆมาเริ่มเข้มข้นแล้วเดี๋ยวยังไงเดี๋ยวมาต่อกันสำหรับคลิปหน้าครับสำหรับคลิปนี้ขอบคุณทุกคนที่รับชมรับฟังครับสวัสดีครับ